Welcome back to Folklore Deep Dive, the series in which we talk about one subject within folklore and explore it for one full month. And this month we're going to be talking about flowers. And the first flower adjacent tale that I absolutely need to tell is the tale from Narcissus. It's an old tale from Greek mythology, and it starts out with Narcissus himself. He's a young boy, a man, and he loves hunting, and he's incredibly handsome. And almost everywhere where he goes, people fall in love with him because of his handsomeness. The thing is, he doesn't really care about love all that much. He's more interested in hunting. So he goes out to hunt every single day, and at one point, a young nymph called Echo, she sees him, she falls in love with him, and she decides to follow him. The only thing is, Echo was cursed herself. She was a bit of a gossip, and at one point the gods cursed her in a way that she could only repeat the final words that were spoken. So she could never start the conversation with Narcissus herself, so she had to wait until he talked to her. And even then she could only echo what he said. But one day, Narcissus actually kind of lost in the woods, and he heard something and he called out, "Who's there?" And she responded with, "Who's there?" and appeared in front of him. And she quite liked him, and the thing is, like I said, Narcissus didn't really care about love. And when she appeared in front of him, well, he didn't let her down easy, let's put it like that. He was quite cruel in the way he let her down. And Echo wept and cried and ended up disappearing in her own despair until the only thing that was left of her was Echoes. It was not the first time that he let someone down in a cruel way. A couple of days before that, he also let down another man or girl, depends on the tale that you pick to read. And he also let them down quite cruelly, in such a way that the other person, heartbroken, began to pray to the gods. And they began to pray that they hoped that Narcissus would one day experience what it was like to not be loved by the person that you loved. Depending on the tale, either Nemesis, the goddess of revenge, or Aphrodite, the goddess of love, responded to that prayer and fulfilled that wish, that curse, whatever you want to call it, and placed it upon Narcissus. He would never be loved by the person he fell in love with. One day, Narcissus, still out hunting, comes across a lake. He's quite thirsty, bends down to drink, and he freezes up. Because in that lake, he sees the reflection of someone so beautiful, he instantly falls in love. And he keeps staring and staring at the reflection, not quite realizing that it's him. But he does realize that he will never be loved by that reflection as much as he loves himself. And that kind of hurts him. He has this burning passion inside him and he can never get it returned. So he stays there by the lakeside, staring at his reflection, burning up with passion, and quite literally burning up. And there in the place where his ashes were, a flower began to grow. It was gold and yellow, and as the